Yo, 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 it's your man's Big Daddy Roughneck. You're tuned into the Gary Brugman Podcast. Prepare to be entertained.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Gary Brugman Podcast. We are here for another episode aboard the Starship Enterprise. I'm your Captain James T. Kirk. We're going to be bouncing off some guardrails. There's my brother Leonard Bones McCoy. Hold on tight. Let's get to it. What's up?
Once again.
Now you're just doing it on purpose. Now you're just doing it on freaking purpose.
Every time I do that before a show, somebody has to take a shot.
Yeah, right. Hold on.
Ooh.
Vodka.
Vodka. Da. Uh-oh, you're not with Giuliani, are you?
Yeah, right.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
Hello, America. Hello, Texas. Welcome back to another episode on this true American Flat Dark Earth podcast we got going on here. It's the Gary Brugman Podcast. We're saying hi to everybody across this great nation that listens to our show. Oh, shit. What happened? Oh, that's not going to work.
Oh, that's not going to work. You're too hot. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. Gary Brugman's.
What's up?
Oh, there he is. He back.
What's up? Yeah, we had a little malfunction there. Don't know what happened, but we will figure it out.
It's too hot. You hot. You too hot.
There's a setting for that on that. I didn't get it, but.
You're hot. Hot.
Welcome back to everybody across the land. We had a little technical difficulty, but I got back up. We got it going on. As usual,
to your mother.
As usual, if you're listening to us on whatever platform you have, please leave us 5 stars and a short review, 5-star rating and a short review. But if you could go to Apple Podcasts, that's where they get a lot of the ratings from. Leave us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and a short review so we can climb up that ratings ladder. We're trying to get this podcast as far up on the charts as we can. And as usual, you're at the mercy of whatever interests me today. And of course, I need to thank Maximum Altitude for all your custom truck accessories and off-road needs. Call my brother Joey Max. Maximum Altitude has a state-of-the-art shop and showroom that will floor you. Maximum Altitude has been in business here in San Antonio for 26 years, and Joey's the pioneer in custom trucks in South Texas. So go to MaximumAltitude.com or Maximum Altitude on Facebook and Instagram, or just call my brother Joey direct, 210-655-0184. And don't worry, your wife called. She said it's okay.
And so did your mother.
That's right. Old Patrol HQ. Old Patrol HQ is a Facebook and Instagram page about life in the old Border Patrol. And if you ever wonder what the life of an old Border Patrol agent was like, you got to listen to the Old Patrol HQ podcast. My brother Gil's come up with a great podcast, and you can find it everywhere. And it's full of funny memes, quotes, and famous and not so famous PAs. And also, don't forget to go to oldpatrolhq.bigcartel.com because he's got some of the best BP merchandise around, cups, T-shirts, hats, and of course, he carries the official Gary Brugman Podcast T-shirt. $30 will get you a T-shirt delivered to your home. All right, so go ahead and spend some money and get yourself a T-shirt. Support the cause. Help us make this podcast better for you. So follow Old Patrol HQ on Facebook and Instagram for some history, laughs, and a few shenanigans along the way, because there ain't no patrol like the old patrol.
Because there ain't no patrol like the old patrol, baby.
That's right, brother. Honor first, honor always. It almost looked like I was saying that.
That was good. That was a good lip sync.
It was.
Spot on, sir.
So, and then we have, of course, Hero Soap Company. Hero.
I almost spit out my coffee. I'm sorry.
Dude, you know I sent them a clip of you laughing every time I say Hero Soap Company. I sent that to Lucas. Hero Soap Company. Hero Soap Company strives to pay homage to the values that our country was founded on by our forefathers. It's a veteran-owned company, and a portion of the sales is donated back to charities that are focused on helping veterans and first responders. Each bar of soap is made in Phoenix, Arizona, and all the ingredients for the soap, scrubs, and clothing are sourced from companies in the USA. And when you go to their website and check out their scrubs and check out their soaps and their merchandise, and now their liquid soaps, they have a liquid soap now and another kit that they put together. Go check that out. Yeah. And guess what?
They have peppermint cool liquid soap.
Peppermint Kulo comes in liquid now.
Oh, yeah.
So when you grab all that stuff and put it in your cart and you're getting ready to cough up your credit card, use promo code HONOR1ST. It's a promo code they came up with for listeners of this podcast, and it'll get you 10% off every order. So go to herosoapcompany.com, Hero Soap Company on Instagram and Facebook, and wash your asses, wash your taint.
Wash your taint with liquid peppermint cool. I'm excited. I haven't even tried that yet.
Peppermint Kulo.
That's what you know what? It seems like more and more people are hopping on the peppermint Kulo bandwagon.
They are. The name's going to change. I know it. I can feel it. Right here, brother. Right here.
Is it going to have your face on it too?
Oh, thanks, brother. That's fucked up.
Oh, it's comedy. Come on. I know how many people are out there laughing right now. They're like, oh, we got you, Gary.
We're about to have another technical difficulty.
Oh, no.
All right, so I need to dedicate this episode. This is a hard one. My brother Dan Cox, one of my old partners in the Border Patrol, and me and him, we used to do a lot of running and gunning together. And I've seen him quite a bit this year. He's been traveling through Texas, and when he does, he stops to see me. And never misses. And I just saw him about a month ago. He was out cruising and helped his daughter move. I helped his daughter find an apartment in North Texas because she was up there for a job. And on his way back, he went to see his mom in Houston and then shot by my place on the way back to Tucson. Well, he came by last week because his mom ended up in ICU. And I'm not gonna say why, because that's family business. But she ended up in ICU, and they did some surgery, and she got better. And then the other day, me and him were talking, and my bro KB went out and spent a day with him, and that night his mom's heart stopped.
Oh man!
So they got her going again, and she's still going. But she's in bad shape, and she's in ICU. And I'm dedicating this episode to Mama Barbara, my bro Dan Cox mama. And it's frustrating, man, because, me and him were talking, and what she needs, aside from all the medical care and all the attention and everything that she's getting, what she needs is her family around her, her family to rally around her and show her the love that she needs to get better, because that's what she's the glue that holds the whole family together. Right. So, but they're only letting one person up there because of fucking COVID, and my bro Dan's about to lose it, and he an angry motherfucker to start with, But I'm dedicating this episode to my bro Dan Cox's mom, Mama Barbara. We're praying for you. I got some prayer warriors across the country praying for you, Mama. And this episode's for you. Please excuse the language. I'm saying that ahead of time. But anyway, Mama Barbara, we love you. Mama. So, all right, dude, you've been hitting me with this for a long time now, and I've been tired. You've been keeping me updated with what's going on because I've had a lot going on in my world. And my mom's wearing me down, dude. Oh my God, she's wearing me down.
She got spunk.
I'm about to lose my spunk, but
yeah, you about spunked out.
I'm spunked out, brother. She's got me worn down. I can't believe how one little old lady can destroy a house and destroy a house and just make everything so difficult. I'm like, Mom, just enjoy your freaking life. And she argues with me about everything, man, everything. And every day, she's got a little dementia. Every day she's like, all right, I'm going to go home tomorrow. I'm like, no, you're not, Mom. You are home. What about my stuff? It's argument we have every single day, man. And it's getting old. It's getting old. But, I know it's not her. I know it's, the disease and stuff and whatnot. And
for her, it's the first time every time.
Exactly. It's like 50 first dates.
50. Yeah, I was just going to reference that. Perfect analogy, my friend. What are you, a giant? How big is that soda can?
I'm growing.
Oh, what is that?
I'm growing. I'm a growing boy.
Oh my goodness, you look like a giant with that holding that can.
Right?
Oh my God. Hulk crush can. That's not your average size can. There's no way your hand's that big. Pal.
That's a tall boy, bro.
That's a tall boy. It's a deuce.
No, actually, my mom loves drinking soda, and before we found out about her cancer, the doctor said you need to keep her on a diet. She needs to drink more water, stop the soda, stop the orange juice. She drinks a lot of orange juice. She needs to drink water, and
she's not getting that stuff.
Yeah, she needs to hydrate. But now since we found out she's got the cancer, I was like, and there's nothing we can do about it. I'm like, Mom, would you like a soda for breakfast? You know?
Would you like chocolate cake for breakfast?
Yeah, exactly. That's basically it. What do you want, Mom? So
yeah, and that's got to get old too. Mm-hmm. That's got to get old too.
'Cause she doesn't want to eat food,
dude. Yeah, I know the battle that we have here in this house when we got to try to figure out what's for dinner.
Right. Right. I get it, bro. I get it. And it's just insane, man. It's and I love my mom, and I love my mom to death, and I hate seeing her like this. And sometimes I'm a little short-tempered with the way that I should be, more than I should be. And I know that, and I work on it. But I admit I don't have all the patience that I should. But I'm trying, man. But
do you have anything? Do you have like a little trick or something to help you get through it? Those times that you feel like, oh God, for the 100th time today already. Do you like walk away? Is there a little trick you could pass on to somebody?
I've been walking away, and then other times I've been going in my room and shooting up heroin.
I'll come out there and slap the fuck out of you. Are you kidding me? You gonna say something like that? I will. How many people will get there before me?
Yeah,
jackass.
So anyway, yeah, she's. I mean, overall, she's okay, but I see her deteriorating every day because I see her every day, and I notice new things that she's doing.
Right.
So anyway, but keep her in your prayers, and I'll keep pushing for. I mean, I don't care. I take care of her forever. I mean, it don't matter to me. But I just hate seeing her suffer this way because this isn't her. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
right.
And there's a lot of people listening that know my mom and know the way that she was, and this isn't her.
Right.
So I feel bad for her. So, but what kind of a jam is freaking Hunter Biden in?
Oofa. And we ain't talking about like jelly or jam. He is in some bad shape. All the intelligence agencies and everybody got together and said that this laptop is not Russian intel. It's got nothing to do with Russia meddling in our elections. It's got nothing to do with China. It's legitimate. And then the FBI came out late today, which it is Wednesday. The FBI came out and said, yes, we have had this laptop since December of 2019.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. By my notes, because like I said, for the 10 o'clock hour of news, there was a lot of new stuff getting released and breaking out. But apparently, early reports are that this laptop is being held as evidence in a money laundering investigation.
I saw that.
Again, this laptop is being held for a money laundering investigation.
Wow.
Now, on this laptop, is more than just emails and money that was transferred between Hunter Biden and his father and the Ukraine government and the Chinese government and the mayor's wife of Moscow. That is all on there. But what is also on there is pedophilia items.
I heard that. I heard he's got some kitty porn on there.
Yep. Some
sorry fucking bastard.
Chinese little girl, I assume, but little girls and boys look the same at that age.
Right.
He's Rudy Giuliani has came out and said that this information is on the hard drive. Now, what people are saying, if Rudy Giuliani is in possession of that hard drive, that means he's in possession of child porn, which essentially breaks the law. Right?
Not if he's holding it as evidence.
Right. So for those people who don't do their homework, and you're going to hear it here first, probably before you hear it on mainstream news tomorrow, but that is Rudy Giuliani has filed a police report on the hard drive of the computer and the contents in it. Therefore, it is evidence now.
Right. Yep.
So the possession that he's got child porn and everything is.
If I remember correctly, and I may be wrong, and if I am wrong, all right, just leave us something in the comments saying that I'm wrong. But if I remember correctly, it's whoever downloaded it, or whoever is actually watching it that makes it illegal, because like the government's possession of all kinds of kiddie porn that they use for evidence.
It's a weak attempt.
That's all it is.
Deflecting the situation.
That's all. That's exactly what it is.
Now, Gary, through all this, to your amazement, right? Because you're not following the news and everything. So, to your amazement, would you be amazed that the Democrats, the Biden's lawyers, nobody's come out and said no, that's not true?
None. Not one.
Not one.
Not a single freaking crackhead has come out of the freaking Democrat Party to say that it's not true. And I can't believe, that they're actually letting them hang. That they're not doing anything to protect them because they know they can't. They know they can't.
Right.
I think the Democratic Party is just about to fall apart. It's just about to fall apart. It's almost there because they're to the point that they're so in over their heads right now with all the shit that they've done.
I agree totally. And the spin now, right? A weak attempt at a spiral, let's say,
right,
would be Hunter Biden was. I'm sorry. Hunter Biden was trying to tell us something.
Well,
do you buy that? Hunter Biden was trying to tell us something by leaving that laptop and not going back to retrieve it.
What would he be trying to tell us? I mean, I understand leaving it.
My family's in trouble. They have evidence against,
Yeah, I mean, I can understand them leaving it behind if, because what was I heard somebody saying that there was a phone call or a message or something that they heard them saying, hey, I got to give 50% to Pops, to the old guy, to what was it? What he called him something to the main man or something like that.
The big guy.
The big guy, yeah. He needs to give 50% to the big guy. So I can understand leaving it behind for that, but why would you leave it behind if there's kiddie porn on it and jam yourself up? Unless you fucking forgot about it.
Listen, this is like, let's speak in football terms. I like the MMA fighter Masvidal.
Right.
I shared his speech at a Latinos for Trump rally.
I saw that.
He did you love what he said? How better could you do it?
Yep.
He's the coach of the team. He's been winning Super Bowls up until this point.
Right.
You don't get rid of him and hire a guy that's been playing for 47 years and don't win Super Bowls. Ain't won a fucking game.
Exactly.
So I got to go with Masvidal. But that leads us down a terrible road to even think about, but we must consider, Gary.
What's that?
Is this election not being completed, or it's going to be contradicted by one side or the other, no matter who wins, or even if Biden even makes it to the election?
Right. I mean, I don't even know where it's going right now. All I know is that they're trying everything to make it not happen because they know they're not going to win it. They know they're not going to fucking win it. So they're doing everything in their power to make it not happen, or to not jinx isn't the word, not to jinx it, but to hijack it, to hijack this freaking election. That's a perfect word.
You're a good history man, but I need to talk to somebody about history. So in history, has either the Democratic Party or Republican Party had to drop out of an election?
I'm sure it has, but not as long as I can remember.
Not as long as I can remember, and not as far as I can research.
Exactly.
I mean, you could go deep. You could go deep because it's a lot of data to decipher. So,
yeah, but I don't think that's ever happened. That's ever happened in history.
It's possible that they could drop out, and then they contradicted. Well, they used this information, or who held on to this information. It's going to be a mess, no matter what happens.
Yep.
But it's going to hand the reins of this country over to the Speaker of the House.
And I'm hoping, and I'm sure that the thing is, I am sure that our president has some kind of plan to keep that from fucking happening. I would hope and pray that he does. So many votes. He's got to get so many votes. I know, and they're trying everything. You were saying they were trying to boycott the election where the freaking Democrats don't vote,
well, no, not the presidential election. They're to vote on bill on the stimulus package.
Okay.
Right, and that was Amy Coney Barrett too. They said they weren't going to vote for her
confirmation,
Supreme Court justice, for her confirmation.
Right.
Correct. They were going to boycott it.
I mean, dude, can you imagine the country we would be in right now if they put half the energy that they put into fucking with the president into helping the president? All right, and not only are they helping the president, they're helping the people of the United States. They're helping we the people get to where. But dude, I mean, I drove around a neighborhood today, and I saw a few Biden-Harris signs, and they had some Wendy Davis signs, which is some freaking twat that's running for governor.
Liberal.
Yeah, here in Texas. I mean, she's a freaking loon, right? And as I drove by, I looked at those signs, and I was like, I already know the kind of people that you are. I already fucking know.
Not your kind of people.
And the people that think about doing things wrong, all right? There's the people that think about doing things wrong, and I don't understand why people can actually even think that way. How you look at Biden, you look at Harris, you look at Wendy Davis, and what the fuck possesses you to think, yeah, that's who I want in charge? That's who I want in charge. I mean, you know what? I like Donald Trump.
You know exactly who.
Exactly, yeah, but I mean, I can understand the people with an agenda, the people up in the swamp. I can understand why the Democrats want them in. I get all that. I get all that bullshit. What I don't understand
your neighbors.
I don't understand how the people who would want their taxes raised, who would want criminals out on the street, who would want somebody that supports the freaking riots and all this anarchy and chaos that's fucking happening in our country. Who would support anybody like that? And like I said, when I see that shit, because before, and I've said this before, back in the day when we used to vote, like even in the days of Carter. I mean, I didn't like Carter. A lot of people didn't like Carter, but it wasn't this disgusting mess that we have going on right now. It was like it was an election. Whoever won, whoever lost, that was that, and that was that. We got the other. We didn't like what you did. We're voting you out of office. I mean, even with Nixon, it got freaking ugly where he actually, resigned from the presidency but it was still between them, and it wasn't coming down to the people the way it is now.
Right.
You know?
Right. Winning Super Bowls.
Right. Exactly.
It's funny. It's funny you say taxes because rapper 50 Cent.
50 Cent. Curtis Jackson, right?
Jackson. Yep.
Yeah, Curtis Jackson.
So he came out in
Ice Cube.
In lieu of the tax plan that Joe Biden has to offer, and he goes, "I'd be out of my mind if I voted for that."
Right.
In layman's terms, you know,
he said I'd be losing 62% of my money. Let's see, I got $100,000, and with this tax plan, I'm gonna have to pay $62,000 of it in taxes. Fuck your mother.
Hey, your mother.
Hey, fuck your mother.
Hey, what are you still doing here? Didn't I just tell you?
Dude, that's such a great movie. They call him Jimmy 2 times because he says everything 2 times. I'm gonna go get the paper. Get the paper. So you were saying?
So you also said about how this administration is helping the people, right down to your regular citizen, Joe Blow, every day, right?
Right.
But Nancy Pelosi is not going to let a stimulus plan be voted on until after the election.
Well, because she's another twat, all right? And man, let me tell you.
Congress has done shit for us for the last year.
Right. And I throw the Republicans under that bus too, because the Republicans ain't done shit. And it's not that the Republicans are trying to screw the people. The Republicans are just hooked on doing things the right way, and they're not going to cheat, and they're going to go by the book. And that's not how you fucking get places when you're dealing with people like Pelosi and Schumer and freaking Schiff and Biden. That's not how you get places. You got to people always say don't stoop down to their level. In this case, you need to stoop down to their level in order to help the people. You know,
right?
You got to fight fire with fire, man. You know,
right.
just like the whole DACA deal. Remember the freaking children of illegal aliens and shit,
right?
They wanted a plan. They wanted a package. They wanted this. They wanted this for 1.5 million DACA kids or whatever. And the president was like, you know what? I'm going to give you that, and I'm going to give it to you for 2.5 million. We're throwing an extra million DACAs in there. And they were like, well, no, you can't do that. And they didn't give a shit about the DACA kids. All they wanted to do was make the president. Yeah, they wanted to make the president look bad. And they were using that. When the president gave in and said, yeah, right, let's do it, they were like, no, we're not going to do it. And they never did. And the poor freaking DACA kids are still out there with no freaking package. They're still illegal aliens. They could have been on a path to citizenship right now, because we're 4 years later, and the package included a path to citizenship after 4 years. So they could have been on that path, which is what they claimed they wanted, but they don't give a fuck about anybody. It's their own agenda.
Congress.
Exactly. Well, the Democrats, you know.
Right, but the Congress needs a new speaker.
Oh, yeah.
They need a new leader.
She needs to go, man. She needs to go.
She's out of touch, man.
Dude, Chad Prather on his show the day put an image in my head that I'll never freaking...
Oh, no.
Yeah, he said, just think, there's a doctor out there that had to put freaking fake tits in Nancy Pelosi. I was like, ugh.
I got one for you. What about the guy that had to perform her labia construction?
Oh. All right. I didn't need to hear that, man.
Let Chad Prather know I got one up on him.
Dude, you know we're trying to get to number one, right? We're trying to move up in the ratings.
Shock radio.
Yeah, no.
I don't care, bro. Yo, we're just a couple of homies talking. That's all we are.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, it's crazy the shit that she comes up with. I remember.
I'm sorry.
Are you done?
Yes, sir.
All right. I remember years ago, they were voting on something. I forgot what the vote was, but she adjourned the vote, and they were like, "No, we're going to stay here and vote." And she shut the lights off in the halls of Congress. and left. All the Democrats left. They left all the Republicans there with no vote, and she turned the freaking lights off, turned the power off, everything, and split.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah, how do you do that? I mean, we're expecting a vote, and she didn't feel like voting because they were going to lose the vote. They were going to lose the vote, so she was like, "Nope, we're not voting." And shut the lights, shut everything down. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And again, I don't know how liberals think because, in Houston,
Honestly,
there's a district attorney. And I just talked about this earlier. My bro Ed posted it that Harris County DA Kim Ogg refused charges on an illegal alien known felon 2 days ago who illegally possessed a firearm. Her office instructed the Houston Police Department to release this killer and give him back the gun and bullets. And then the guy went and shot a freaking Houston police officer 2 days later, killed a sergeant. All right. And
Sergeant. Yes, I was reading about that.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy was an illegal alien. How the fuck do you give an illegal alien a gun? How do you give an illegal alien a gun? Give him not just give him a gun, give him back his gun and the bullets. I mean, not for nothing, but
I'm speechless.
I think that,
Who
just
does
like
that?
Just like District Harris County DA Kim Ogg. I mean,
Kim Ogg.
OGG. Yeah, I think she should be charged.
Yeah, that should definitely be.
If a guy with a federal firearms license sells a firearm to somebody who's not supposed to have one, he's jammed up, and the person uses it in a murder, he's jammed up for life. He's jammed up for life. So how come is it that she can give a person back their gun with bullets to an illegal person who couldn't even carry a firearm in the fucking first place? All right? Just the fact that they're here illegally is a crime. All right? Just the fact that they're here illegally is a crime. Give them back their gun. Give them back their bullets. And then the fucker goes out and kills a Houston police sergeant.
How does she sleep at night?
I don't, and that's what I was trying to say. I don't understand the mentality or the thinking that some of these people on the left have.
Right.
Right. I grew up and I remember before in the days. The left and the right, they had their differences, but man, it wasn't a war. It was a disagreement.
A debate.
Yeah, it was a debate. It was it was a discussion. It was whatever the fuck you want to call it. It wasn't a war like we have now, I mean, there's people threatening to go to war if Trump wins. There's people threatening to burn this down and burn. I mean, why would you do that to your own country? We are the fucking laughing stock of this planet right now. With all these, if you think these other countries ain't watching what's going on, dude, why do you think there hasn't been much shit happening? Because they're sitting there going like this. Oh my God, this is great. All this time we were trying to do it to them, and they're doing it to themselves. And it's fucking Antifa. Antifa's using BLM to get out there and destroy shit. They're going under that cloak. They're cloaking themselves in all the BLM movements.
Well, I heard a report that Antifa is trying to hijack the conservative movement.
How's that going to happen?
Well, they're back to their antics, and they are flying their flag, Gary, which I find very offensive that people that are doing attacks on our police are now flying a flag as if they are a nation.
Right, yeah.
Or a state.
Ain't that what the Nazis did? But the Nazis were actually a political party, but still.
Yeah, they're a party too. They're the Democratic Party. That's what I see Antifa tied to.
This is true. Yep, this is true.
But you say I can't even begin to understand these liberals, these left wing, and they feel the same thing about us. I can't understand these right wing Trump supporters, blah blah blah, because they live in their shell, and they want the government to take care of them and the government to send them to school, and they don't want to work hard for anything they need to have while they live in and enjoy this country.
Right.
Shelled. That's why the properties are so small in New York.
Yeah, no shit, right? Cost of living's through the roof. You
Mm-hmm.
know? Hey, we got to take a break here real quick. Yep, we got to make a couple of announcements.
Episode 66.
67 we're on, man. We're on 67.
7. Woo.
Yeah, so as I've mentioned before, the Gary Brugman podcast is proud to have been picked up and is now part of the Heroes Media Group network. Check out their articles and other podcasts on heroesmediagroup.com. You can find us there as well under their shows. And it's a great website. Go check them out. They got a lot of articles, got a lot of good talent on there. All right. I need to thank Active Carry Tech, ActiveCarryTEC.com. Go there. Active Carry Technologies was developed for everyone. After several years of developing kits with state and federal agencies, they saw an opportunity to cover a few concepts that were being ignored. And the first idea is that everyone is capable of being a first responder. So go to ActiveCarryTech.com and check out their IFACs, tactical kits, and merchandise. And what?
I fucking love them
I
guys.
fucking love them too. You gotta fucking love them. Go to Active Carry on Instagram and Active Carry Nation as a backup, and they'll even make a kit for you. You know, my favorite's gonna be in the BORTAC. That's my favorite kit right there. And of course, we need to thank America Bourbon.
America
Bourbon, Recon Marine owned,
Recon.
bottled in Galveston, Texas. America Bourbon gives back to several nonprofit organizations such as TAPS, Recon Sniper Foundation, and many others. It's aged a minimum of 1 year in oak. You get a quality bourbon at an affordable shelf price of $21 to $24. $25, you get a freaking bottle of America Bourbon. It's freaking awesome. It's carried in 45 states, also carried by Walmart nationwide. Get you some. Get you some.
You some America.
America.
Recon.
And of course, we
I like saying that.
can't leave out Swifty.
Swifty. I like saying it too. Swifty.
Swifty. For those of you that need motorcycle repair, go to my website, www.garybrugman.com. Scroll down to where the sponsors are at. And on there, you'll find a link to all our sponsors and Swifty's Motorcycle Shop. Click on Swifty's Motorcycle Shop. It'll take you to his Facebook page. You can get hold of him through there. And, man, I gave him a basket case, a bike I got hit on back in 2016. It was all in pieces. And I told him what I wanted. I gave him my vision, and he made it come true. Swifty, Eric Swift, thank you so much. Rock and roll.
Swifty.
Swifty. Yeah, baby.
Give us the drive-by. Give us the drive-by, Swifty.
Swifty.
Yeah.
That's when I'm skiing. Swifty.
I thought that's when you fell off the ski lift.
Ah. Swifty.
Yeah, it sounds like you're falling off the ski lift, not going down the mountain.
Hey, I've done that before.
Me too.
Dude, I went off the edge of a freaking cliff one time on a freaking snowboard. Boom! Right
Going
up.
past the line. Well,
Yeah,
I
but
assume you
dude,
lost control.
But dude, it was a hell of a freaking drop, though, man. It was a hell of a freaking drop, and I had some momentum. I mean, I recovered. I busted my ass. I didn't recover. I busted my ass, but dude, I had such momentum that I was flying down. I was like, shit, and all, dude. The only thing that popped into my head to do was flap my wings, bro.
No, you didn't.
I fucking did too.
No, you didn't. Did it help?
No, I landed good, but I had such freaking speed going on, I couldn't keep up with it, and I wiped out so bad, dude.
Did Ski Patrol have to go and get you?
They did.
Nice.
They did. I mean, I was back on the slope again, and this was only like the intermediate slope. It wasn't even like a huge,
Right.
But
No matter what side of the mountain you fall over.
yeah. For the record, Barranca means cliff. Yeah. So, but dude, the other night, I had a really, really good night. My mom was home. I fed her, and she was watching some TV. I got a new TV, so she was watching some TV. I said, "Mom, I'm going to go out for a little bit. I'll be back in a couple of hours." She was like, "All right." And I have my camera so I can see what she's doing, right? And I went about 4 miles down the road, and I went over to Warfighter Tobacco Company, and they were recording their Freedom Friends podcast. And
I caught some of that.
Yes, dude, those guys are freaking hysterical, man. Those guys, you get a bunch of veterans together, and the freaking brilliance just comes out. You know what I mean?
Banter.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It was freaking hysterical. And one thing that they have that we don't is brilliance. No, on my part, you know. But they have a producer. They have a producer, and he sits there and he gets everything on Streamlabs, and I was trying to learn it from him, but I picked up some of it. He gave me some pointers, and I've been messing with Streamlabs for the past couple of days. Haven't got it figured out yet. So for those of you that don't know, everything that happens on this podcast, me and TJ do. You know.
You do.
Well, you know, you're part of this too. So, I mean,
I'm just the ugly face in front of the microphone.
But we get our own guests. We schedule our own guests. We come up with the topics. We follow the news. I
talk to each other.
I do the editing on the audio and the video, and everything everything that happens at the beginning of the podcast, those little special effects and whatnot. I mean, I'm figuring out through trial and error how to get that done. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just throwing it together. And it's coming along. But you know what I think we need, TJ?
What is it, Gary?
A producer.
I've been telling you that. You need a control person.
An engineer, yeah. Dude, because my bros over at Freedom Friends, man, they have such a good time. And then when it's over, it's like, okay, bye. And I'm like, wait a minute. Who's going to edit?
Who's going to edit?
Who's going to upload? You know, but man, they're brilliant, and I talked to them over there. We might have my bro Mikey on the show here soon. A big angry Irishman from Boston.
Okay, they do anything for Veterans Day?
I think they have something going on for Veterans Day. I'm not sure, but they'll be around. It's 4 miles down the road, dude. Come on down. Yeah. Come to Texas, TJ.
TJ's coming to Texas,
man, and they have such a good business going on, and I love those guys. I love going over there.
Honest dudes, man,
I was hitting a little bit of the Jameson. Freaking my bro Mike was like, "Hey, want a drink?" Well, I was like, "Yeah, I'll have a drink." And I was hitting some of the Jameson. I smoked 3 cigars. I finally smoked my victory that they gave me, you know, because they gave me a victory because I was victorious in something. And my bro Scott Jansen, Warfighter Scott, gave me a victory cigar, and I've been holding on to it, and I didn't want to smoke it by myself, so I smoked it that night with them. And I smoked a couple of Garrisons and a 762 Field. It was really, really, really good. 3 freaking cigars, dude. It was good. But the topics they come up with,
it's a good time.
Yeah, well, dude, it was a great time. It was a great time. I'm probably gonna go back and try to learn some more and just hang. Because they're really good dudes. Their live
was entertaining, man. They were. I tell you, they make you feel like you're hanging out there in the studio with them.
Right. Well, and I was, and dude, but you know what it was?
I was home. I was in South Carolina.
Right, but you know what it was? I was sitting there watching them. I was right there, and I was still over here making comments on Facebook.
Did you happen to see I threw up the Pardon Gary Brugman?
I did see that. I did see the shout out.
People are going to be so sick of me and be like, oh, that's the guy that puts Pardon Gary Brugman every 2 minutes.
Yep, I get it, man. I get it. But, dude.
Fuck him.
You know, the things that our law enforcement officers go through here all the time, man. And I don't know who would want to be a cop these days. I know I would, because that's what I do. It's in my blood, you know?
Right.
But these guys have a tough job, especially now that the whole millennial scene is pretty much against police, you know. And I'm not calling out all millennials, but I'm talking about these little Antifa fucks, you know.
High percentage.
Yeah. They don't know any better. They don't remember September 12th. They don't know what happened that day. They know 9/11 happened. They don't remember what it was like to be around on September 12th when the whole fucking planet, the whole globe was wrapping themselves in American flags. You know, people in France were wrapping themselves in American flags. People and even in freaking Pakistan were freaking crying, you know.
But today nobody will comply for a police officer.
No, right.
Well, very small percentage
today
complies.
Today they'll freaking kick your ass for even wearing an American flag on your hat or on your shirt.
You know, I shared a video with you of a cop getting beat up, and we hate seeing those videos, right?
Yep.
And then later in that article, what did it say? What did I find out?
It was the second time it happened.
People like that should hang it up.
Yeah,
and
or learn to fight. One of the two.
One-on-one. If you cannot defend yourself one-on-one from day one, from go, don't be a cop.
Right. You know, but I don't know, man. And it'll be the day that I go back to prison when I see somebody whooping a cop's ass or or whooping anybody's ass to a pope. You know, if I go up and try to break up a fight and I find out this guy's a freaking Chester and was just trying to do something to a little child, I'm like, I didn't see nothing. I gotta go. Oh, taxi, you know,
Uber.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
But yeah. I mean, being the cop these days, you got to hand it to them. You know, you got to take your hats off to them, and dude, they're there. I mean, when I grew up, I was taught to respect the police. I was taught if I was lost to find a policeman.
If you needed help,
you find a policeman. You know,
if you get stuck on the road.
If you're sick, if you have a car crash, if you're having a baby, whatever it is, find a policeman. You know, now the disrespect that there is for fucking cops, I mean, I don't understand it whatsoever, and it just pisses me off.
I hate to be the one to always point it out, but it's always in Democratic-run cities, counties.
And exactly, which it brings me back to the point that we were talking about earlier, is I don't understand how these fucking people think. You know, I can understand that they don't like the policies of the right or the party or the president or I get that. But how do you teach people to do shit wrong? You know, how do you raise a child and be like, fuck the police? Remember that. Remember, dude, during these riots, remember there was these little babies that had signs that said fuck the police. These little kids walking around, I mean, like 2-3 years old. It's engraved into their head, you know? I don't know, man. I don't know. This country needs a fixing. This country needs some God in it, is what it does. It needs more God in it.
We need a great event to bring us together.
Yeah.
We need a great event to bring us together.
And unfortunately, that great event might be a fucking war, because when they realize that we are not each other's enemies, and the foreign enemy comes into the country and invades our country because we're weak now, because we're so fucking divided.
Yep.
You know, I mean, I don't know. Is it going to take a war to fix this country from within? I don't know, bro.
I don't know either. But I'm willing to stand up and fight and defend our Constitution, our country, our way of life.
I will always fight for this country. I swore an oath to it twice. I will always fight for this country. I will always fight for my fellow American. I will fight for anybody, even if they're not an American, you know. But America first. I mean, humans are humans. We need to take care of each other.
Humanity.
But America first. Like my president, Donald J. Trump says, America first. You know, hopefully, one of these podcasts will make it to his. Oh, dude. Did I talk about this in the last podcast? When was the last podcast? What's today? Wednesday? Sunday? Dude,
no.
My friend Diane. She lives in New Hampshire. She's my friend Dennis's sister. I grew up with her. Dude, she is relentless when it comes to my pardon, right? She goes to all these Trump rallies, and she has managed to give a packet of my pardon petition, articles, and some of the other case materials related to my pardon to Corey Lewandowski twice. I believe she gave it to Pam Bondi and a couple of other people, congressmen or whatever. She always brings several packets and gives them out whenever she's at the Trump rally.
Love her.
Well, this past week she made a couple of small packets. They didn't have everything included, just a petition and some articles and stuff, right? She gave like 4 or 5 of those out. And then she had a couple of big packets that says, please give to President Trump, right? She managed to give one to Eric Trump. She was in Eric Trump's ear, and he was like, okay, I'll take a look at it. I promise I'll take a look at it. And then she got on a selfie with him, and he said, listen, I'm going to look at it. So Eric Trump has my freaking pardon petition. Can you believe that shit? Dude,
Hi, Eric Trump. Nice to meet you. I hope you listened.
Well, dude, remember I told you I saw him in January as me and my son were walking away from Trump Tower, remember? And the Secret Service wouldn't let him stop. I was like, Eric, and he turned around, and the guy just put his hand up and kept putting. I was like, oh, come on, man. 30 seconds. All I need is 30 seconds.
Oh.
Dude.
But now
he's got the package.
The material. He's got the big packet.
So hopefully he'll find it in his heart to actually read it. And she sent me a picture. He handed it to his assistant, and she's standing there with, I'll send you the picture. She's standing there with my packet. And I'm like, great. Yes. So hopefully he took the time to read it, and hopefully he'll move it forward to his his father, which is the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. And
that is so great.
And again, President Trump, if you find it in your heart to pardon me, to give me a pardon, a presidential pardon. In January will be 20 years that I've been going through this. If you find it in your heart to sign my pardon petition and pardon me, I promise you will not regret it. I will make you proud. I will make you proud. I just want to be a cop again, man, and serve my country. I never finished serving. I served 9 years, then I went and served 5 years, and I never finished. I should have retired years ago, and I just never finished. I want to continue serving the people, serving my country, doing something. I can't do anything. So that happened.
That's huge, bro. I'm so happy for you. Oh my goodness.
I know. I'm fucking excited. I'm so excited, man. It's crazy. And like I said, if y'all find this podcast a little dry, I'm tired. I haven't slept in a few days. I've been here taking care of my mom. But as I told you, nothing's going to change. I'm going to put the podcast out, whether I'm tired, whether I'm hungry, or whether I'm homeless. The podcast will be out there. All right? And that's going to continue on and on and on and on. So on that note.
Oh, no. Well, that concludes this episode of the Gary Brugman Podcast. Please like and subscribe on social media. I'm your man's Big Daddy Roughneck saying stay frosty and always watch your 6. Ciao for now.
Thanks for being here for another episode 67. We'll see you back here next week. And remember, stay safe, stay vigilant. Be savage. God, Texas, and honor first. God bless y'all. Love y'all. See you later. And we're done.
Nice.
Yeah.